And now for our next news special report.
The haunting phrase World War III is no mere historical jargon or the title of a dystopian novel. It signifies ominous memories of past global conflicts and the devastation that ensues. When someone as influential and forward-looking as Elon Musk suggests that the world might be sleepwalking into another such catastrophe, it's a clarion call that demands immediate attention. Living in an era of advanced technology and diplomatic ties, one might assume we've moved beyond such a threat of large-scale destruction. Yet Musk's warning indicates otherwise. Based on geopolitical shifts, increasing global tensions, and the cyclical nature of history, his concerns must be taken to heart. But what does it truly mean for our future? Dive deeper as we unravel Musk's cautionary message and explore its implications in our final thoughts. Now, friends, with Elon Musk warning about sleepwalking into World War III, it's time to sit up and take notice. So if you're a patriot with a product or insight that the globe should see, step forward. By partnering with the Next News Network, you're not just amplifying your brand, no, you're championing the very spirit of our republic in these precarious times. It's urgent, it's now, and we're summoning you, the cornerstone of America, to rally with us. If you're as moved by Musk's alarm as we are, and you want to make a mark, visit sponsorapatriot.com. Together, we'll echo the Patriot's cry worldwide. And now, a dire warning has been issued by Elon Musk, a man whose insights and innovations have changed our world. And just recently, Musk took to a Twitter space, sharing his gravest concerns about the direction the global landscape is heading. His chilling warning: we are sleepwalking into World War III. Now, Musk's comments don't come out of the blue. A careful observation of the global scenario makes it clear tensions are escalating at an unprecedented rate. From the conflict in Ukraine to the growing dominance of China and Russia, we are in uncertain times. Watch.
This weaponization of the dollar, I think we've overplayed our hand in weaponizing the dollar with sanctions. So because you're now seeing a lot of countries de-dollar their transactions. Because we've sort of forced it, and this goes beyond even Russia, China, and Iran. Because, countries like, say, Brazil or India still want to transact with Russia. They can't do it with dollars, so we force them to de-dollarize their transactions, thus weakening the strength of the dollar in the world. So, like these actions are strategically foolish, it seems to me. But like I said, we just sort of stand back and say, what is the most important thing? The most important thing is avoiding World War III, because we may never recover from World War III. And I think we're currently have the risk of World War III is increasing rapidly. And I think if relations are renormalized with Russia, the probability of World War III is dramatically lower.
Relations normalized with Russia. Now, Musk is not just worried about a potential conflict. He's concerned about our readiness. America, once an unparalleled industrial giant, now finds itself in a vulnerable position. China's manufacturing might is on par, if not surpassing, our capabilities. And as the West wanes, an axis between Russia and China grows stronger, creating a formidable power block. Then there's the weaponization of the dollar, a strategy that has left nations scrambling to de-dollarize. Musk's cautionary words on this cannot be understated. Here's more.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at something like, to the point that was mentioned a moment ago, actually touched on by a number of people, that we're not fighting small fry here. Or at least the potential is not a small fry battle. It is a massive battle where the industrial capacity is of comparable size to sort of the Western Alliance
or greater.
Yes.
I mean, at this point,
Correct.
China has more manufacturing capacity than the United States.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
And Europe, yes, combined.
Yes, it's roughly on par. Let's just say, like, one could debate whether it's bigger or but it's the point is that we do not have an overwhelming advantage in industrial might, and the foundation of war is economics. This should be obvious to everyone, but it's often at this point is lost. The foundation of war is economic power, especially industrial output. Basically, how many tanks and guns and drones can you make relative to the other side? That's what it comes down to. And in fact, it may be the case, if not now, in the future, it probably will be that a Russia-China-Iran alliance can outproduce the Western alliance. Let's just say the point is that in order for there to be a global conflict of a World War III, you have to have two superpower alliances like that where one cannot easily defeat the other one, and that is the case, and that I think is a massive shift in thinking. People do not understand. Most people do not understand. I think people on this call perhaps understand, but I do understand, but most do not. This is so. I think we want to try to avoid that, and I hope it is not something that is historic, that where the tides of history are simply going to sweep us in this direction, because there's a strong argument that these things are actually unavoidable, and the tides of history will sweep us in that direction whether we like it or not. But we should try to avoid that if at all possible, and unfortunately, our policy has been forcing really Russia and Iran to ally with China. It's been forcing them. What choice have we given them? And Russia has the raw materials, and China has the industrial capacity. It's frankly a perfect match from a war standpoint. So I think we need to stop doing that. It's unwise. And I think will lead to immense risk to civilization. I just want to emphasize this, there's civilizational risk. There are tragedies on an individual level, tragedies on a community level, and then there's civilizational risk. We just need to make sure that we are not putting civilization itself at stake, which is World War III.
This de-dollarization not only diminishes the global influence of our currency, but threatens the stability of the international financial system. We must ask, are we amplifying the risk of World War III by our own actions? Yet for those of you thinking this is an overreaction, remember the implication. Musk's proclamation serves as a wake-up call. The foundation of any war lies in the economic prowess of a nation, and the West, especially the United States, needs to reflect upon its stance. Watch.
Using diplomacy whatsoever.
I think we are sleepwalking our way into World War III. Sleepwalking our way into World War III, with one foolish decision after another, as you outlined, David, and really people should be deeply self-reflective. If their predictions have not come true, they should consider whether perhaps their other predictions might not come true either. I mean, what is the track record here? It's not good.
Not good at all. Reflecting on the aftermath of World War II, Musk highlighted a fact often overlooked. The United States, the undeniable powerhouse post-World War II, did not aim for global dominance. Instead, it took steps to rebuild nations, including those it battled against. It's this ethos, this vision of a united global community that we need to remember. But we're at a crossroads. The decline in the power of the U.S. dollar, coupled with our faltering stance in global diplomacy, are clear indicators that our strategies may be outdated and ineffective. The Republic must reevaluate its approach, considering the changing dynamics of this century. However, the situation becomes even more complex when we observe the Middle East. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas continues to destabilize the region. As rockets fly and cities crumble, global superpowers are taking sides. America repositioning its naval assets and China increasing its military presence paints a very dangerous picture. This isn't about a singular conflict or economic competition. This is about a series of interconnected events, decisions, and power plays that could spiral into a cataclysmic conflict the likes of which our generation has never seen. Musk's message is clear, and it's one that we cannot afford to ignore. It's a call for introspection, a strategic reevaluation, and above all, for peace. Before we find ourselves in a conflict that might define our generation, we need to heed these warnings and strive for a world that chooses diplomacy over destruction. Now, the term World War III resonates with a profound unease, harking back to the tragic scale of past global conflicts. Elon Musk's assertion beckons every American to confront this looming specter and critically evaluate the path we as a nation are traversing. In the ever-shifting tapestry of global politics, regional tensions, and alliances, Musk's alarm isn't just a passing remark, it's a call to introspection. Ignoring such warnings and deeming them mere speculations risk the very fabric of our freedom, a freedom endowed by our Creator and enshrined in the Constitution penned by our visionary founding fathers. As Americans, it's our duty and privilege to ensure that this gift of liberty remains unscathed. Now more than ever, we're reminded of our responsibility to uphold these principles, ensuring that the sacrifices of our forebears and the future of our great nation remain secure and prosperous. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.